This channel is for adults and not for kids. Hey guys, thanks for stopping back by. So today I thought I would show you guys some Great Mazingers from my collection. Great Mazinger is a giant robot created by Go Nagai, who was basically single-handedly responsible for the giant robot boom in the 1970s, these super robots. Mazinger, Great Mazinger, Getter Robo. There's a whole slew of giant super robots that kicked off in the 1970s, and a lot of the really famous ones and the ones that are noteworthy all came from Go Nagai. And like I've said, he's the gentleman responsible for Devilman and Cutie Honey, and he's a prolific manga and anime creator. I know I showed this piece off when I did my Shogun Warriors episode, but I can't do a Mazinger episode and not show this guy. That would be stupid. So we're getting a look at him again. So this is my original from my childhood, Shogun Warriors Great Mazinger. And he's got his brain condor, the little spaceship. And this was one of the very first editions that they sold that had this beautiful, big, plastic red V for when he does his breast fire, and the red laser comes out of here. In subsequent iterations of this toy, they've just replaced it with a red sticker. But this was one of the first ones that came out, and it's a big, chunky piece of plastic that fits up front. And I love that. You don't see too many of these ones being sold, but you do see a lot of the ones with the sticker being sold. When this toy was sold in Japan, he came with two fists, and you could buy a weapons pack, which had a bunch of accessory type hands, different weapons he could use. But when this toy was released here in the States, he didn't have his left hand. He just had this one weapon piece, and that always bugged the shit out of me. So what I did was I tracked down a Guy King that was kind of worse for wear, and I took Guy King's fist and I put it on Mazinger. So now I have two fists the way it was originally sold in Japan. That was just goofy that they did that, but whatever. So now I've got his rocket firing hand, and he's got the two fists, which is how he should have come in the first place. But this is a gorgeous piece. Did any of you guys have a Great Mazinger, or do you guys still own your Great Mazinger? Majing. Okay, up next, and I think you guys have seen this piece before too. This is a really cool soft vinyl piece. And like I said in the that Shogun Warriors episode, I wanted the standard color of this guy. I wanted the standard colored one, but for the life of me, I could not find that damn thing. They had the standard colors, they had an all gold version, and then they had this one, which is like a black and white version. At the time, I could only get my hands on this black and white version, so I repainted him. I painted the parts. I painted the ship. So all the red and the blue on him, I put on there. So he would sort of look more like the standard colors. But yeah, in the wild, I only kept coming across the all gold one or this black and white one. This is a very soft material. Soft vinyl. Beautiful piece though. It's probably like 15 or 16 inches tall. It's pretty big. That is a nice piece. After the paint job, I wasn't too upset anymore. I liked the way it looks. Okay, up next, this is a Chogokin, a metal robot toy. This is a piece from the SRC line, the Super Robot Chogokin line. Here's his box. And he's, how tall would you say this guy is? Maybe 5 inches tall. So he's not that tall, but he's nice and heavy because he's made of metal. Well, metal and plastic. The little brain condor pops out of his head. Ratcheted. Oh, I love that sound. The metal ratchets of these Japanese robot toys. There's something satisfying about that. That ratchet sound hits the same part of my brain, the same thing as smelling old comic books or old monster magazines. That smell that hits me in the brain, just like this ratchet sound of these Japanese robot toys. Or the smell of brand new action figures when you crack them open. I don't know, there's certain sounds and smells that just hit you right in the childhood. He comes with a bunch of accessories. He comes with his pointing finger so he can do his thunder break, where he raises his finger up in the air, and the storm clouds shoot a bolt of lightning down, and he can direct it towards his enemies. He comes with his flying wings that fit on his back. He's got some lightning effects in there for his thunder break. And he's got a sword, and then he's got those arms with the rotating drill. You know, like they're giant drill bits, and he shoots them through through the enemy monsters. This is a really nice little piece. I always liked Mazinger when I was a kid, but when I discovered Great Mazinger, it instantly became my favorite. The Mazinger look is really classic, but the Great Mazinger just took all those elements of that look and upped it, you know, by like 10. That's the original Mazinger on the left, and that's Great Mazinger on the right, shaking his hand. So you can see a lot of the same design elements, but like in the head is sharper and pointier. The horns point upwards. The breast fire, the big V on his chest, it's different. I don't know, it hits different with me. I like that design a lot more. Okay, up next is another metal Mazinger. And he's about, oh no, I guess he is taller. He's taller than this one. All right, so he's a little bit taller. And this one, it says Diecast Action Figure Hero Collection, Great Mazinger. Dash, dash, dun, 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 dun. That's like the most awesome theme song. So there's number 2 is Getter Robo. And then there's Getter Dragon, which I have a really nice metal Getter Dragon I'll have to show you guys. And then the original Mazinger Z. But I got my favorite one. And he doesn't come with a whole hell of a lot. He only comes with a spare fist. So that... Whoops. He comes with a spare fist. So you can take off the Thunder Break pointing finger and replace it with a fist. This one has more sort of anime colors. These metal robot toys are just so cool. Discovering the world of metal Japanese robots in the 70s and the 80s. It was just a magical time to be alive and collect toys. So this one, the colors are more metallic. It's like a metallic gold, a metallic red. This one, it's not really gold as much as it's just painted yellow. And yeah, the colors look a little more anime rather than metallic. Sorry, I'm trying to do 2 things at once. one of them fell down. I'm trying to pick him up. Um, Scranda Dash. Oops. I had somebody comment on one of my videos. This guy was butthurt. He basically said that my channel was all over the place. That I do Japanese things sometimes and horror movie things other times. And it was because I posted those Indiana Jones figures. And I don't know, I guess that upset that fucker. And he was like, I don't know what your channel's... how did he say it? Basically, he was just saying that I was all over the map with my likes. And I was like, well, why can't you like all of it? Why can't I like Star Wars and Star Trek and Japanese robots and horror movies, spaghetti westerns, giallo, anime, Halloween records, Halloween culture? Like, why does it just have to be specifically geared towards one thing? Like, I'm not specifically geared towards one thing. I like all these things. To me, all these things make sense going together. You know, watching horror movies on Friday and Saturday night, and watching anime on Sunday morning, and monster toys, and I don't know. To me, it all makes sense. Like, I don't think my channel's all over the place. Maybe I'm all over the place. I don't know. I just know these are things that I dig. And if that guy can't see it, then he is obviously on the wrong channel. This one is a trip. I love this one. This is a Steampunk Mazinger. Do you guys remember my Devilman Toys video? So Devilman and Mazinger were both created by Go Nagai, but this toy, along with those Devilman toys, came out from future models, and they were designed by Nirasawa. And, Nirasawa had an awesome take on not only Devilman, but Mazinger. This is like a steampunk Mazinger. Look how cool his face looks. Comes with this really cool base. Let me get him closer so you guys can take a look. Look at this. Look at this neat base. It's got like clear, like water looking effects in the back. Yeah, we lost Nirasawa too soon. He was a great artist. I loved his visual style. Now, this toy is made with metal. I mean, it's mostly plastic, but the legs have metal in it to give it weight. Now, granted, this isn't so much Great Mazinger as it is Mazinger Z, as seen through a steampunk lens. But I couldn't do an entire Mazinger episode and not put this guy in it. I love this figure. So cool. When did this one come out? I'm not gonna bore you guys and try and hunt down a date on him. So cool. Yeah, Future spelled Fewture. They always put out cool stuff. And last on the list, guys, this is a Soul of Chogokin Great Mazinger. So SOC, Soul of Chogokin. This is a beautiful piece. I think I say that with each one I show you guys. Now this one's really beautiful, but they are beautiful to me. I love these things. Yeah, so I didn't put everything on his display stand to show you guys. I just grabbed a few of the things. The Brain Condor. The Scramble Dash. And there he is with Mazinger Z. This is a beautiful toy. It's heavy. It's metal. Magnets. Ratcheted joints. This is a heavy toy because it's metal. Something sturdy and substantial about these Japanese robots made of metal. Like you feel you got your money's worth. It's a big chunk of gorgeous fucking metal. And it's heavy and you don't feel like you got cheated. Okay, so I popped the wings in of his Scramble Dash and then you hit these two little buttons back here. Ha ha! Shoosh! I have a Soul of Chogokin Getter Dragon that's the same size as this guy that I will have to show you, but not today. Today is all Great Mazinger. So the things that I did put on his base are the other Brain Condor, which is the full little ship. This one's just sort of like half a ship that fits into his head, gives the illusion that it's plugged in. I mean, it is plugged in, but you know, it doesn't have like the front nose cone that one does. And then this piece, it's not his. It's not his scrambled dash, but it's this other thing that Mazinger has where it's like a giant fucking battering ram that he has hooked up on his back, and he flies with it. And then it's got this big nasty point, and it smashes through kaiju. It smashes through the bad guys. You can pop this down, and then the nose cone fits in there, so that when you store it away, you don't have to risk screwing it up. And he comes with a lot more stuff than what I put on the display stand. The display stand, you can put all this stuff on there. He's got all kinds of different fists and thunder break pointing fingers for each side. Two swords. All kinds of goodies. Lots of weapons. Shooting missiles. That's basically how the display stand looks when you have all the stuff hooked up on it. See, there's a lot. And it comes with the old school brain condor, so if you have the Mazinger Z, you can plug it into his head. But I do not have that one. So I know I have a few other Mazingers. This isn't all of them that I have. But these are the ones that I wanted to show off today. I'll have to show you guys the other pieces when I dig them out. I have some nice other vinyl pieces. Some by Band Presto. I have some other metal versions of him. But I thought this would just be a nice little smattering of Go Nagai's awesome robot. Are you guys fans of Great Mazinger or Mazinger Z? Do you guys own any of these toys? Did you guys used to own the Shogun Warriors? Yeah, I basically told that guy that left that shitty comment that I'm not a one-dimensional person. You can be a fan of all these things. You can like Star Wars and Star Trek and horror movies and science fiction and Japanese giant robots, spaghetti westerns. You can like all these things. You don't have to just be a one-dimensional person. But after I said that, I knew that it was probably falling on deaf ears, so I just deleted his fucking comment. Yeah, I have tastes. I like a lot of different things, but like I said, in my mind, they all blend together. They all make sense. And hopefully, you know, you guys aren't just boneheads that like one type of thing either. I'm sure we all can agree that there's a lot of cool stuff out there. And speaking of cool stuff, I think you guys are awfully cool for stopping back by and checking this out. Hope you guys are having a kick-ass weekend. And I will be back soon with some more goodies. All right, my friends, take it easy.